much, Mr. Zahid, all the way from Pakistan, to want to share about the discussion in terms of ACCA P7 and F8 paper. It's solely about audit and assurance paper. So today we have Sir all the way from Pakistan to share few things about this particular subject. Since you all know that not only in Malaysia, in many other countries are also being affected by this pandemic, and we can see the exams are going online, and most of the countries are actually in remote base and things like that. So I am going to ask few questions with Mr. Zahid in terms of this subject. My very first question, sir. What is your suggestion for students who are sitting for remote exams in coming sitting, and how they can prepare themselves well for the remote exam?
Yeah, I think there is no difference between center-based exam and remote exam. So a lot of students have confusion what to do, but you have to solve exams at any cost within allocated time. So I can say that remote exams, you should be fully confident about the usage of information technology, your internet connection, and I think the paper is similar, okay, because the final exams and the foundation exams both are on computer, both are computer based. So I think there is no difference between that. But regarding the preparation, yes, you have to prepare it well. Why? Because the paper based exams are abolished now, that system. Okay, for preparation of exams, you have to prepare it well by doing a lot of revisions. Okay, you have to put your time on revision, and by this way you can prepare your exams very well before attempting that exam remotely.
Okay, thank you, sir, for that. My second question is, from your experience working with many students, what is the key factor for passing this ACCA F8 and P7 paper in their first attempt?
Yeah, audit and assurance paper, okay, and advanced audit and assurance, that is called P7. For those papers, I will say that F8 paper is looking very easy, but it's very difficult to pass, okay, because passing rate is near about 38 to 40%. So I will say that for this, whenever you get a knowledge, if you don't have a practical exposure, it will become very, very difficult, okay, for you to get past. So I will say that the syllabus is not much, not more for F7, but you have to implement. You have a mind of implementation. So I think that you have to do a lot of exposure, and you have to learn the terminologies, special terminologies, the auditing terminology. You have to use that. That is not a simple English, okay. Whenever you have to write in a proper terminologies, you have to use auditing jargons, and you have to think what is the position you are. When examiner will ask you that you are audit manager, audit senior, you are junior, okay, you have to learn that terminologies. You should know what are role and responsibilities of that position. So before writing, you have to think at the shoe of that audit manager, and you have to implement it. So in nutshell, for F8, I will say that terminologies, practical application, and the wording, okay, the question wording is very much important. Even they will say that you have to assess, you have to compare, you have to analyze, you have to explain, okay. These action verbs are very much important. The students should pay attention on for F8. But for P7 paper, yes, that is the last paper of ACCA. That is very difficult also, okay, and many students get stuck there.
Yes.
Why? Because F8 knowledge is used also there, and you have to apply it at advanced level. So for P7, you have broader exposure, like there is forensic accounting, there is non-assurance services more. So I think the students should well prepare according to the examiner requirements. Okay, you don't have to put many stuff. You don't have to vomit the knowledge there. You have to write it specifically according to the requirement, and according to the auditing jargons. So by this way, I think you can pass it easily.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for that. Then, as my next question will be, what is your suggestion for those who are attempting this subject? Like more than I have also few students more than 12 attempts, more than 4 or 5 attempts. So, what is your suggestion, sir, in terms of like that?
Yeah. On average, I can say that on average, 4 or 5 attempts are there for many students. Okay. So I will say that for that students, when they get failed at 47, 48, 49, okay, so they should, I will say that they have sufficient knowledge, but the application is missing, and the way they are answering the question, and the most important thing is the time management. Some students just leave 5 to 10 marks question at the end, so that becomes a failure. So I think the student who have attempted all the paper, but on average tone, they will get 50 marks. Okay. So the main reason is here time management and the proper application according to the requirements. That is the issue for those students who get failed 47, 48 on 49. So I will say that you have to do you have to keep these 3 or 4 things I have elaborated, that should be kept in mind.
Okay, sir. So if those students who actually pass like below 40,
yeah, the students who they don't have sufficient knowledge, I will say that they just say that okay, I have passed F8, so by this way I can also pass P7 on that knowledge. Okay, that is not the thing here. You have to do a lot of practice according to, because you have studied here SBL. Okay, you have all the subjects knowledge in your mind. You have to audit, you have to implement that in your questions, so that your questions, your answers should reflect all the knowledge, not just F8. The students who get failed below 40s, the main reasons that they said that we have enough knowledge based on F8. That is not correct.
okay, thank you so much, sir. My next question is just doing past year papers from the ACCA website itself and reflecting the answer with the answer scheme will help pass these papers?
I will say no.
Okay.
Yeah, that will help you to get good marks, but for passing paper, that is not enough. Okay, you have to do I will say that first of all you have to do to get knowledge, and you have to practice this from past paper, and you should also kept in mind all the paper marking schemes. But you what is different in your paper? From my point of view, if I am examiner, I will be checking all the questions, I will checking all the answers. I will say what is the difference between the two students. Okay, so you have to utilize the new terminologies, you have to link it with information technology, you have to link it with the advanced concept of business management and commerce, and like with economy. So I think just getting pass is not difficult, but for good marks you have to reflect the knowledge of past paper, the answer schemes, and the new linkages. Okay? That is very much important.
Okay. Okay, so my next question would be, what are your views on studying ACCA classes all through online, and what do you think the students need to do in order to make their revision more exciting and fun?
Yeah, I will say that if you before that pandemic, okay, COVID-19, there was not much a concept of online classes, I will say, here in Asia, and here specifically in Pakistan. But after that, everyone have to go online, okay, because due to lockdown situations. So I think online is better platform for the students in regards to their convenience, the time management. You have recorded lectures, you can take it, and that is not much expensive. So for the organization, for the colleges, it is very easy for them to manage their cost. And for students, you can say that you can have a glance on that online lectures, online classes are cheaper than the physical classes. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, but I can say that online medium is better for the students. They can take lectures while they are traveling on their phone, mobile phone. Yeah, I can say that. And that is very exciting and funny thing. I will say that online is better medium.
Okay. Now, very last question, sir. Any last techniques or tips that you want to share with the students who are going to sit their exam in coming September 2021?
Yeah, I will say that many students thought that the September exams will be online through remotely, and some will say that that is center based. So I will tip the students that you don't bother that. Okay, you have to, yeah, you have to sit in the exam, whether it is remotely or whether it is center based, but you have to attempt it on the system. Okay. And you have to, secondly, I will say that you have to do revision. Revision is very much important. You can revise it through past exam paper, or you have to solve a kit. Okay, whenever you will practice, you take a knowledge, you have to think its practical implication. That is very much important.
Okay.
That are my tips for the students.
Mhm.
And first, and the other thing, the most important thing is your luck and the prayers of your parents, that are very much important. And I will say that you should be polite with them. Okay, with parents, with your teacher, respect them and get respect.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. I had a wonderful time chatting with you with regards of this two session. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye, sir.
Okay, take care. Bye. It was a beautiful session, and I think many students will be motivated by this. Okay, take care.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Take care, sir.
Bye. Bye.